Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. My name is Kenny, and welcome to my new channel, Kenspire. This is my very first video, so if you're watching this, you're literally here at the start of my journey, and that's pretty cool, I think. Um, I was really nervous about starting this channel. I've been putting it off for years and years. Some of you felt that way. Have you felt like starting a YouTube channel, but there were so many obstacles, more like mental obstacles in your way. Yeah, for me, it was a lot of worrying, you know, especially the part I was worried about was um, people that I know finding this channel. And I was worried about what people would think. And, I'm just the type of person that's kind of private. Um, I'm a very private person and I don't like to share very much, but unless I'm close with the, the person. Um, so, but, I wanted to start a channel because I wanted to, I was never really good at speaking, so I wanted to practice talking, even if it was talking to myself. I needed to talk to an audience. I you know, Speaking skills is a really good skill to have. You know, when you learn how to speak to a person or to a group of people, it can be a really great job skill. And I wanted to grow that skill for myself, even if it's just for personal reasons, and it can be for business as well. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this channel, is for personal growth. I was so tired of scrolling through YouTube. I was really tired of just like I was really tired of just doing the doom scrolling, doom scrolling all day, all night. And anyways, you're probably wondering who I am, where I came from. So my name is Kenny. I'll just leave it at that. Uh, and this is my channel called Ken Spire. And I named it that because I wanted to be inspired and inspire as well. I want to inspire people and I want to be inspired. And I want to share that with the world. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I've worked mostly in digital marketing all my life. I've worked building websites, designing websites, and uh, building web applications through WordPress, Perhaps a lot of you may have heard of that or are even currently uh, or have worked with WordPress before. And so, yeah, that's been my journey ever since like 2008. I've worked with WordPress, and uh, I would like to say that I know WordPress in and out pretty good. Although it's changed a lot. And uh, anyway, so and that's kind of where my story begins because technology keeps on changing, and I I have a really hard time. I'm not in my 30s anymore. I won't tell you my exact age, but you know, um, older than 40. So, but yeah, I feel like technology is moving so quickly that I'm not able to really catch up, and so I feel like I've kind of been left behind a little bit. Um, uh, I wouldn't say I'm technologically challenged, but it's very hard to for me to uh, learn the new stuff. Like uh, technology's changed so much. I mean, everything in tech has AI integrated in it, and a lot of that stuff. And you know, I just feel like I lost my edge lately. And so, anyways, a couple of years ago, I lost my job. I got laid off from my job, and it was a really, really cushy job. I mean, I worked from home every, you know, um, I don't miss that though. I don't miss working from home all the time. I mean, it's nice to be able to just wake up and go to work, but sometimes not. I miss that interaction with people. Uh, but anyways, maybe it was a good thing I got laid off. So I got laid off. I decided I'm an American, by the way, and I used to live in the Pacific Northwest, and I also, after I got laid off, I fell into some really great uh, deep depression, and it was pretty bad. I was in very deep depression, and during that time, I've probably burnt a lot of bridges, and my wife at the time was not very happy with me, um, and maybe vice versa. You know, I wasn't happy with my life, and it was tough times. It was tough times, and I personally I don't know how I survived those days. I just, like I said, I burnt a lot of bridges, and I lost a lot of friends in the process. And perhaps that's kind of the reason why I was afraid to start this channel, because I was afraid all those people in my past, they're going to look at my channel and they're going to, sure how they're going to react. But, frankly, I don't care anymore. If you're one of those people that used to hate me or, you know, look down on me, well, here I am. I'm here to show you my true side, the side that you never existed. I'm starting this channel because I want to start a new purpose. I want to have a new purpose in my life. And I want to really get in touch with myself, with my inner self. I did a lot of soul searching. I got divorced after my job in 2024, I believe. No, 2023, I got laid off. And my divorce happened in 2024. After my divorce, I decided to leave. I left America. Not because I didn't like America, it's because I didn't like the the memories, the awkward, the bad memories I you know that I left behind in uh, you know in the area where I lived. I wasn't happy with my life, and yeah, some of you think maybe I just wanted to escape, and I honestly, yes, I did. I wanted to escape. I wanted to escape. I wanted to escape my life. I wanted to experience something new. You know, um, and heck, I had no kids. I have no kids. My wife took my dog after the divorce, so um, yeah. And honestly, life has been pretty tough after that. But you know, I wouldn't change it. It's it's all. Anyways, I've been living in Asia for a little over a year now. It's been 13. It's been about 14 months, and I've been living in Asia for 14 months. It's sad that I'm just sad that I haven't. I mean, I've recorded some videos since then, but if I would have started my YouTube channel right then and there, I just immediately took off after my divorce. So, um, anyways, I just spent the last year traveling, to Seoul, Korea, uh, Thailand. I'm currently in Thailand right now, Bangkok, Thailand. Been to Vietnam, and I plan on visiting to more places. So my heart is kind of in Thailand right now. Long story, but uh, I'll share more of that, in a later video. And honestly, I'm just someone who's always searching for meaning, adventure, and connection. You know, and I realized I just want to share it with you all. So if you're willing to go through that journey with me, and if you like what you're seeing so far, please hit the like button and subscribe. Please subscribe. You will be one of my first subscribers in this channel, and there will be some content that you will absolutely like. I'll film content around Thailand and Korea, and um, I'll talk about the highs and lows of living abroad, uh, talk a little bit about love and relationships, um, maybe some intercultural love stories uh, that I can share with you. Um, and, some stuff about my professional life. Uh, I honestly don't think I'm employable any longer because of the state of the world economy right now. And just like I said, technology moving so quickly that I'm not able to catch up. Uh, you know, feels like it feels like the world has changed, and um, I'm still I'm just left behind in the past. So it's been a long journey so far. Um, I want this channel to be about personal growth and healing. You know, because we all go through shit, right? I mean, yeah, and I might just talk about some random stuff, random fun stuff here and there. Maybe a little conspiracy talk, some personal vlogging, and just talking about life. Hopefully, along the way, some of this content will inspire you and help you in some way. Um, you know, here's why I'm doing this. I've spent a lot of my life feeling like I'm starting over again and again and again and again and again. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that, maybe you who feel the same way, and I'm hoping that sharing my story can help someone out there to feel a little less alone. And that's why I'm here. Because I want to feel like I belong in a community, and I want to feel less lonely. Because I think right now, living in a place where I'm not too familiar with it can have its highs and lows. So when it's at its low, it can get pretty bad. So before you travel anywhere or think about moving to a different country, you got to really, really think about it. But I'm not saying I regret my move. I really do think that I made a good decision to come out here. It gave me a chance to kind of clear my head a little bit and also um, do some soul searching. Just figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. Um, figure out, just figuring stuff out as I go. Honestly, moving to Asia, it literally changed me about my. It literally makes me feel like I'm living, like I'm. So, anyway, so just just to wrap up, I want to go from. Uh, I've been a consumer of YouTube for such a long time, and now I feel like I want to um, transform into a creator. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. And you know, I I think if you only consume, it's not really good for your mental health. So I think um, this will give me a chance to really um, improve my mental health because even though I'm talking to you out there, I'm also talking to myself. That's a good thing, well, good thing to say. But yes, I'm learning how to talk. I'm learning how to talk to you. So it's something that a lot of us don't really do these days is talk to one another or just we don't really socialize that much these days. Um, anyways, hope this really resonates with you all. Um, so in a way, I want to build my digital legacy. I want to document my memories and stories and share my life lessons. And I want to accelerate my personal growth. I feel like doing this will build my confidence and it will build my ability to express myself better and to communicate and kind of just structure my communication and kind of like articulate my thoughts better. I hope that makes sense. So that's one reason why I'm doing this. And the reason why I'm doing this is I want the chance to connect with like-minded people. You know, um, I think the world is your oyster. I really think that with YouTube. I think YouTube is a great platform, and it's where a lot of I've seen and heard that people have created lifelong friendships through YouTube, and so and and really, I want to make a difference in the world. Um, I'm going to talk a lot about like mental health and addiction because that's kind of what I've been through. Like I said, in the past, I've, well, um, I've been into really deep depression, uh, and you know, especially lately this year, my father passed away, and that's affected me a lot as well. So, um, you know, and just kind of want to address those things, uh, the things about mental health and addiction. Those are, it's really, um, I believe a lot of people are, no matter who you are, I think you have an addiction with something. There's got to be something you're addicted to, whether it be alcohol, drugs, or, it could be just, you know, watching YouTube too much. That could be an addiction. Um, Social media or eating or I guess maybe even exercise can be an addiction, if you exercise too much. So, anyways, want to talk about, uh, but the addiction that I want to talk about mostly is alcohol because, yes, I've, uh, I've abused alcohol in the past. I still drink from time to time, but you know, uh, I still struggle at times. I still struggle, and I want to be able to talk about that with you all. Anyways, if this sounds like the kind of content you'd be vibing with, please hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. Um, Also, let me know in the comments what's one thing that you're working on in your life right now. One thing that you're working on. See how many people are working on the same thing. All right. Well, thanks for watching, um, and I'll see you in the next video. Um, in the meantime, stay inspired, stay curious, and keep moving forward. Peace.